Welcome to Saturday. I hope you liked the week of Christmas history videos that we did. If you missed them, you can get them on our website, dickmorris.com. We have them all there. What we did was we started with George Washington's term in office, 2 terms, and then Adams, Jefferson, and we ended with Madison. We ran out of days. We'll pick it up now. But we're going to do this straight through the end of American history, president by president's history sketch. Kind of fun, and it might be interesting to download them for your teenagers to watch, because they don't teach history anymore in school. What I want to talk about today is when New England almost seceded from the Union. That's right. The South seceding in 1861 was not the first time a section of the country had threatened to leave the Union. New England came this close to leaving the Union, and it was aborted, not through any fault of their own. Here's what happened. Over the years, after Jefferson was elected president, the Federalists, who were based in New England, who had controlled the government under Washington and Adams, felt that everything was going to go to hell now, that the Republican sentiment, the anti-aristocracy, the anti-rich people, they felt literally that it wasn't their country anymore, a little similar to how some of us feel now. And they became increasingly alienated from Jefferson and his policies, and increasingly friendly to Great Britain. And Britain, for its part, sent agents to New England and worked on undermining the popularity of the Jefferson and Madison administrations in New England and urging people to come back to the British Empire. And a plan developed to take New England, carve it off from the United States, merge it with Canada, and let it be part of the British Empire, so the United States would end at the New York-New England border. Now, of course, some hoped that New York would be included, which would make it so much more viable, but they were willing to go ahead without it. 2 days ago, I did a video on the Battle of Lake Champlain with this unbelievable naval maneuver of turning the ship around using pulleys that stopped this from happening, stopped the British from cutting America in half during the War of 1812. But as the war progressed, New England got madder and madder at the Republican administration and said, this is a terrible war, it's not about anything, we don't want to go to war with Britain, we want to work with Britain. And then, in 1814, they called a convention to secede from the Union. It met in Hartford in 1814, it was called the Hartford Convention. And they were talking about the need for a separate country, the need for an amalgamation with Canada, a surrender to Britain, and they were just about to vote for that when the Treaty of Ghent was signed, ending the War of 1812. Poof! Their ability to secede went out the window. Their chief grievance, the War of 1812, went away. And a few weeks later, Andrew Jackson decisively defeated the British in the Battle of New Orleans, which made it unpatriotic to have ended the war, because Americans began to feel we actually won the war. And that led to the collapse of the Federalist Party. They absolutely were never again a political force. And New England lost more and more political power. It only made its comeback in the 1850s and 1860s, when it was the hotbed of the abolitionist movement. Hartford, in the meantime, went on to a glorious career. We look at this little city now of 150,000 or something, and we say, hey, it doesn't amount to much. But back then, it was really the equal of New York and Boston. Mark Twain lived there. Harriet Beecher Stowe lived there. It was not only the insurance capital of America, it was the publishing capital of America. When Grant got his memoirs published by Mark Twain, he met him in Hartford to get him to do it. So Hartford and New England both fell on hard times after this. But secession, the concept that you could change policies in a democracy by leaving the Union, was established, the principle set, and it took the Civil War to get us to take it off the table. Thanks a lot for watching.